Hello, I am Clickbait X, and I have an announcement to make. From now on, this will become
a clickbait channel.
I'm kidding, of course. I would not clickbait. But I would like to talk about clickbait, if you don't mind. You know, you, the viewer, if you don't mind. Because it is an ubiquitous phenomena, clickbait. It's everywhere. From IO games, to Fortnite, to articles. It's just everywhere, right? We all know what clickbait is by now. But I want to get specific and mostly talk about the IO clickbait. From Civivio, to Mumu, to Agario, to Sliverio. All of these games. And a lot of others as well. Now, from my perspective, and I've said this before, there's at least two types of clickbait. You have the honest clickbait, which is rather appealing to you, the viewer, or the potential viewer, but it's honest and the title is what it is in the video. It shows the core principle of what the video is about. Now this is often confused with the misleading clickbait, the more well-known clickbait that we all despise in a way, where you lie and deceive your viewers for views, money, you know, the typical motivation behind a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers. And that's fine, right? If they want to follow money, the views, with clickbait, misleading clickbait, that's fine. I have no judgment against them as people for it. Now, what I am tired about is those people that come to me and other YouTubers and say, don't play Fortnite! Don't play Fortnite! Okay, fair enough, right? You subscribe to, let's say me, for IO games, but telling me that you will unsubscribe because I play Fortnite, or maybe even another game, that doesn't help the YouTuber. What if the YouTuber wants to branch out? Look, you know me by now, I don't clickbait, and of course, I understand. A lot of these YouTubers that once played IO games, I'm not going to say who, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. They switched from IO games to Fortnite by jumping on the bandwagon of the Fortnite clickbait that was, at the time, very popular. That does not mean that I will jump on the bandwagon and clickbait myself. I've done 2 videos, you may or may not have seen them. It's all my own content, it's not stolen, it's not trashy, if you want to call it that. That's the content I want to make when it comes to any game, not just Fortnite, any game. I was asked by one YouTuber, I won't say who, he asked me if I would jump on the trend of these videos by making these noob versus pro versus hacker, showing ninja compilations or whatever. I said to him, no, I will not. I will not use other people's content, even if I ask for it. I will not use them in a video, not if it means stealing other people's content. And I still strongly believe this. I can understand if you didn't trust me with Fortnite, right? But you need to at least trust in me that I will not clickbait in any game. Sure, I may make the appealing thumbnail that might be considered, that might be questionable, but I would never push it too far. You need a good balance between potential clickbait, the honest clickbait of course, and what you show in the video. You don't want a bad thumbnail, you want clean thumbnails, you want good thumbnails, good titles that match the video. Now, moving on to what I've followed for quite some time, and you may have seen this. I've done it myself, but not misleading. The evolution style thumbnails that have a yellow line in the middle. Let's say a rookie being a level 0, level 1, and then a pro level 99999 infinite with either a random picture they either created by themselves, stolen elsewhere, or in the game. They put the rookie on the left, the pro on the right, level 1, level 999. You know, and they have something like shark evolution, drill evolution, robot evolution, just anything based on evolution. It's almost like Pokemon. Think of Pokemon, but in clickbait, right? There was a time where at least one of these YouTubers, they were struggling at the time to get views, subscribers. He and another YouTuber as well, they moved on to these evolution thumbnails and titles, which got them a lot more views than normal. And originally it was harmless. It was almost like experimenting. But after they realised that those evolution style thumbnails got them lots of money, views, subscribers. It became their whole channel. I was incredibly frustrated, don't get me wrong, especially with the misleading. And I watched a few, and I certainly saw that they did not show the evolution of one giant shark robot city, whatever it is they showed in the thumbnail, in the video. You know what, more power to them. They found something that got them views. They basically just figured it out. They found it, and then it became the whole channel. You've seen it. I've done a few, but I made it honest. You can say I made the honest version, right? Now telling them to stop won't make them stop, right? It won't make them stop. And even if it did, there will be someone else that will take their place. It's like telling a hacker to stop hacking, or the mainstream media to stop being fake. It's just not going to happen. So to anyone who ever watches this video and says, and has made probably a video on clickbait like myself, telling them to stop is not going to work. Moving on. By the way, have you seen the Sliferio clickbait? 2 years on, and some of them are still getting views, and the clickbait is all the same titles, the same tags. Everything's basically the same. There is no substance and no, let's say, no originality, and it's all just gameplay. It's all gameplay. You can never tell if it's real or not, and it's all to give them views, right? That's what happens. Now I've seen some of the Savivio clickbait. You know, the 15 2x15 scope equaling a 30 scope. Whether if you can get a random loot out of a crate that you cannot destroy. It's almost like what's in the box, except you cannot hit the box. They don't show it, and why do they not show it? Because they know they can't, so they just find a way to get views. They're not going to stop. And within the Savivio clickbait and some other IO games, even Fortnite as well, they use red arrows, red circles, because it's appealing and attractive. So what? So freaking what? I've used them. I've used bold red arrows. I've used red circles. I've used all of these arrows. Does that mean I clickbait? No, it does not. And it doesn't mean they clickbait with arrows or circles either. Now, I will not deny the lengths that they use, the arrows and the circles and the triangles and the dodecahedrons, but that is not the main factor of clickbait. If anything, if you cannot see specifically in the thumbnail, an arrow is good, or arrows are good to have you understand what the thumbnail is and what could be in the video. It's not an argument. If you really want them to stop, this is, in my opinion, a realistic solution to the problem. Don't click on their videos, and even if you do, if you really want to go this far, turn on ad block, not give them any money. And say if you did turn on ad block and you for some reason watched the video, they've still got your view. They've won. They clickbaited you. They have lured you into something that you probably knew that wasn't clickbait. You knew that whatever they showed was not in the video. What's the incentive for most YouTubers, including myself? Views, quality videos. Well, not all of them are quality, but at least it's my incentive. What is their incentive? Views, money, fame, recognition, whatever they want, right? And they would do anything to stay relevant. They would do anything to get views. I don't even know how to explain it. I think we all know what their incentive is by now. Their motivation, their drive. Because it's nothing new. It's been happening for years. A guy who has been doing it for 3 years, and there's been games before that, and other disturbing clickbait that I will not mention. I've seen it, but I will not mention it. It's all for views. Personally, I think the Sliferio clickbait is the worst. In the IO community, I mean. Have you seen how many views those videos get? Some of them can even rival Fortnite videos. That's how much they get. And most of it's just stolen. Well, I say stolen. The thumbnails are exactly the same, the titles are exactly the same. At least when they do Savivio clickbait, it's still misleading but inventive. In fact, a lot of it can be considered unrealistic, and I'm not talking about what's in the game. The thumbnail itself is just unrealistic, with the effects and whatnot. Now sure, there's art, but then there's taken art to a much worse level. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. Some kinds of clickbait is needed. Now, the misleading clickbait is not needed. We can establish that. But the art, the honesty, the appeal of the thumbnail, the title, it's all needed. To criticize all clickbait is understandable, but it's not the best way to go. The only clickbait that needs to be stopped is the misleading, the deceiving, the terrible clickbait. We can all establish that. Clickbait is never going to stop unless if YouTube as a company do something about it, or if we as viewers stop clicking on their videos if we know they clickbait. They're not going to stop. They're still going to make, they're still going to get thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds and thousands of cash from deceiving their viewers. I would respect them if they are completely honest with their clickbait. And some of them have been, some of them have not. And to those that have not, you really need to think about what you're doing. Is it really worth it in the end? Is fame, money, revenue, attention, is it all worth it in the end? And if it is, I'm fine with that. If that's what you want, if that's how you want to be happy, that is fine. I would rather see you happy than not being happy. More power to you if you are one of those that clickbait, okay? Keep doing it, because you seem to get a good satisfaction from deceiving your viewers. If that's what you want to do. I'm not telling you to stop. Sure, it may frustrate me, but what is me being frustrated going to do? You're still going to do it, you're still going to clickbait. I'm just giving my take on clickbait, at least in the IO community as a whole. And that's all I have to say for now. If you agree or disagree, or maybe even have something else to contribute, feel free to say in the comments what you agreed with, what you disagreed with, and maybe we can understand that not all clickbait is bad. And remember, although you could argue most, or if not all, videos have clickbait, the honest clickbait and the misleading clickbait are slightly different, and the more people that understand this, the better. And that's all I have to say about this topic, and until we meet again, ciao!